Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Tam O'Shanter, and I'm not playing a game right at the moment. And I'm going to move this mousey around so that my screen doesn't go out, because if it does, it shuts off the recording. I can't record over anything but YouTube, really. So that's what I'm using. Obviously, this is my channel. I've got 9 whole subscribers now, so thanks to my new subscriber who just subscribed in the last couple of days, and there was another subscriber that probably 3 weeks ago or a month ago. So thanks for you guys. Thanks for subbing up, guys or girls, whatever you may be. If you know anybody else, I could use maybe 10 subscribers would be pretty awesome. Basically, I wanted to touch base with you all. Thanks for hanging out and coming over and chatting on my videos and stuff like that and watching them anyways. I just want to touch base and let you know that it is summertime now and the weather is not shite anymore. So I'm going to attempt to stay on my current schedule, which is posting Mist Survival videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and alternating Dawn of Man and World War Z on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Eventually other games will come into play on Tuesday and Thursday. But right now that's what we're running with, Dawn of Man and World War Z. It is summertime, so I may forget. I forgot Monday to do a Mist Survival video. I completely spaced it off. I'm spending more time outside, and therefore I'm not recording any video. I do game while I'm outside on my patio, actually, but I fear that attempting to record video while I'm outside is going to end up with a lot of background bullshit noise. Like my sister lives next door. She has daycare, so I don't think anybody wants to listen to screaming children in the background, because that's what happens. Barking dogs, lawnmowers, and all that other nonsense. So I have the capability to record outside, and have the capability to upload from my laptop, obviously, into YouTube. I just don't think that that's going to work. One, these games are separate from the games I have. I mean, they're the same. I have many of the same games on my laptop as I do on my desktop computer, but not all. And they're obviously different versions of the game, as in we're not in the same spot playing the same things. So there's that. So if I forget, it's not because I've died or I've given up or been abducted by aliens or something. It's most likely because I forgot and didn't get around to it, or ran out of time because I was busy doing other things. I'm going to try to maintain the same schedule as much as humanly possible and still get the videos up, but as I said, I forgot Monday. Calendar Monday to me is not Monday. That's the middle of my work week. And so when I get to Monday, I'm on the downhill slide and I'm ready for my days off, and sometimes I forget shit. So there you go. And it's nice outside, so in the mornings when I come home from work, I hang out with my dogs outside for 2 or 3 hours, and then in the evening, I do the same thing. So I'm not inside as much and as available to do things. I still have time before I go to work and all that stuff, but sometimes I just forget. So there's that. I do have some other series upcoming. World War Z will be probably the first game to go off the channel. I do have to finish recording it out. I'm in Tokyo, which is the last area that you have to beat to finish the game. So, although I did see while I was playing that they've added, you can buy a new city or whatever. I don't like the game enough to pay for anything of it. I didn't pay for the game, so I'm surely not going to pay for an upgrade to get another city. It's just not that interesting to me. Considering the amount of views I get on it, it's not that interesting to other people either. It's fun. It is fun. You get, blasting, but after a while I get tired of just blasting the shit out of things. There's no strategy or anything involved. Dawn of Man, I'll probably record up to a population of 200, which I think I'm pretty close to in the actual gameplay that I have recorded. It's not what I have uploaded yet, but it is what I have recorded. So there will be a little bit more Dawn of Man to come. The other games I have recorded that will start coming up soon enough will be XCOM 2. That's a new version of an old game that was a Microprose game back in the 90s, turn-based, squad-based warfare, rebel type, insurgent type warfare against an alien scourge that is taking over the Earth. The original XCOM, the original modern XCOM, the premise is that the aliens have come to Earth, and obviously if you win the game, you beat the aliens off the Earth. So that's the point of the first game. I do have the first game, and it was a nice game too, but I much prefer XCOM 2. They really did a nice job of upgrading it more and making it more of a challenge. It is a difficult game. You need to be very strategic in your implementing your soldiers so that you don't get everybody killed. It takes a little thought, and it is fun. It's one of my favorite games to play. Even if I don't win, I just like playing. It's that kind of a game for me that I could just sit and play for hours. The premise of the second game, XCOM 2, is that you lost in the first XCOM. And that's why it's an insurgent, a rebel type of game. The aliens, it takes place 20 years after the aliens took over the Earth. And your little tribe of soldiers from all over the world are basically insurgents, and you have shit. You have one ship that you're based off of, like airship, like a flying saucer type of ship that you took from the aliens. It's one of theirs. You took it. You're working on it, building it up. You got to build all this stuff up in it. You got to recruit and train your soldiers. You start out with shit. The aliens have like plasma rifles and shit, and you have regular bullets when you start the game. And then you research, you capture and kill aliens, and reverse engineer goodies so that you end up with goodies eventually, but it takes time, and the game is really hard at first because you're so outgunned and your armor sucks, and 2 hits from a plasma rifle and your dudes are dead. So you have to be very careful. Later in the game, when you get much better armor and much better weapons, it becomes a little bit more level playing field, but they got some really big mechs and all kinds of crazy shit. And so, yeah, it's a challenge. It's a fun game. I like to play it a lot. So check that out if you're interested in that kind of a game. It's also available on console, at least on the PlayStation 4. I have it on PlayStation 4. I've never played it on the PlayStation 4. I got it for Christmas one year. There's no reason that I haven't played it. I just haven't gotten around to it because I generally play it on PC, but there you go. Another game that I have, I've actually just playing it a little bit. I haven't started recording any video, but it's Dying Light. I know some people are familiar with that. It's like a zombie game. Parkour and zombies. I'm just playing a little bit and not recording right now because I'm not very familiar with the game and I want to figure shit out before I start recording so I don't look like a dumbass. Basically. Also recording Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is a pretty fun game. I'm not very good at it, mostly because I don't play it enough, and secondly because I tend not to be very strategic sometimes, and I just want to rush in and kill everybody. And also I forget to use all the goodies all the tools that are available at my disposal for helping me out. So I laugh. I have fun because I laugh when I die sometimes. Well, not always. Sometimes I curse when I die, but a lot of times I laugh. I can't drive the friggin' vehicles in that game to save my ass, so I'm constantly crashing trucks and whatnot, or motorcycles. It's ridiculous. And I can't parachute. Lord Jesus, I about killed myself doing that. Um, so that's another upcoming game. I have the Forest, some stuff recorded from the Forest and ready to go, which is another survival horror game if you're not familiar. It involves cannibals, and I never play the game to win. I just like to play. And the reason I can't win is because I can't get into damn caves. I can get into caves. I have a spatial issues. I assume that's what they are. I'm bad at like jigsaw puzzles and plotting things out. I suck at it so bad. And the other thing that I'm bad at is navigating these freaking caves in this game. All I do is go in circles and get lost, and I can never find the goodies that are in it. And so generally I just build things and kill cannibals because it amuses me, and hunt and stuff, and search and stuff. Maybe in this game, since I'm recording it, I'll actually try to figure out how to get to the end of the game. So that's another one. Another one that I have. I have to actually re-record the videos on this one. The first one is okay. The last ones, I'm gonna have to delete the videos. I already did actually. I'm gonna have to re-record them because, well, they were too dark. Basically, I should have checked that after I recorded the first video. But like an idiot, I did not do that. And there you go. That game is called. What is that game called? A Plague Tale: Innocence. Um, it's set in France in the time of the plague and has some also some supernatural stuff going on. And it's a stealthy game, which I'm not very good at stealth, but you have no option in this game because your main character is a girl and her little brother Hugo, and they run into some other people that join up with them, and this guy, I think his name is Sir Nicholas, I forget, he's kind of a dickhead. He's hunting you down because of Hugo, who's 5 years old. He's a little boy, and it's pretty intense sometimes because it's very stealthy and you have to be very careful. Also, there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rats. That's fun. I have another game. I can't remember what the name of it is. I haven't really started playing it too much. Something like a teenage. I don't know what the hell it's called. I wish I could remember because it looks really interesting. It's an older game. I've got a couple of games that I just got for free off of Epic Games. One of them is Grand Theft Auto 5, which I have on PC or on console. I don't know if I will do any videos for that game because I have a terrible time staying focused in that game because there's so much to do that don't have, it doesn't have anything to do with any missions, and so then I like a squirrel and I can't not like a squirrel. It's like seeing a squirrel, like doing a mission. Ooh, squirrel, look at that over there. I think I'm gonna go do that. And I don't get shit done, but I do have it. And then Borderlands, I think that's the name, Borderlands 2, The Handsome Files, or something to that effect. I think Borderlands is kind of a survival game. I've heard of it. I don't know what it's about, but I downloaded it because why not? It's free. So probably we'll play those games. I might do all 4 of the Telltale games version of The Walking Dead. I've played the first 2 seasons in the past. I'm thinking about recording those. The only thing that concerns me about that is the games are much more palatable on a tablet than a PC because it's set up to be played on a touchscreen. So Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what they want me to do with the mouse and then getting the mouse to do it the right way so that I don't die and all of that fun stuff. So those are things that are upcoming. There may be other things that interrupt my posting schedule. Last night we had a really bad, nasty storm here. Didn't get any damage at my house. Lots of tree branches, tree limbs, like good sized limbs, like 10, 12, 15 feet long and several inches thick limbs down, little branches, leaves, shit blown all over the place. 80-mile-an-hour straight winds, so it was a little windy. Lost the power and all of that fun stuff, but nothing, no damage here. We had those type of storms 2 nights in a row, so it was a real pain in the ass. But I know people who had a tree uprooted, friends who had a tree uprooted, and it smushed their camper, and parts of the tree went right through the camper, through the side of it, and in the roof, and all kinds of crazy shit. So there were trees uprooted, power poles and power lines down, people's fences blown over, and all kinds of stuff like that. So it is the weather for that. I do live in Tornado Alley, so those kind of things can happen. But generally, I'm going to try to stay to my schedule as much as I can. And forgive me if I forget or just don't get to it. I'm going to try my very best to keep at it and not miss too much. Also, hopefully next month it'll be better. If most of my leave requests for July have gone through, I'm waiting on one more. If that last one goes completely through, right now they're only giving me 1 day of the 3 that I asked off for, and that's over 4th of July weekend, because of course they're gonna fuck me on the 4th of July, the bastards. If that one goes all the way through, plus the other ones that I put in, I'll only work 9 days in the month of July, which makes me very happy because I really don't like my job. I like my career, hate my fucking job. So, yeah, July should be a lot of fun. We might get a lot of shit done in July as far as recording and stuff because I'm going to be home a lot. And it's going to be awesome. So anyway, I just want to touch base with you guys. It's already gone like twice as long almost than I expected it to go. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. If you know anybody else that would enjoy the videos or tolerate them at the very least, send them my direction. If you know anybody who's got a decent channel who's starting out and, could use some subscribers, let me know in the comment sections and I'll head over and chat them out. If you have a channel with some gaming stuff going on, and if I'm not already subscribed to you, dear subscribers, let me know and I'll sub up to you and we can lift each other up and get all the way up to 10 subscribers. Stay safe out there, everybody. The world's being a crazy place right now, so be careful, be safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.